morning. Welcome to All Faiths Unitarian Universalist Congregation. My name is Nicole Racine. I am your worship associate. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to our service today. Here at All Faiths, you will find a diverse and inclusive spiritual community where we welcome people with many beliefs. You can bring your whole self, your full identity, your questioning mind, and expansive heart. We have more than one way of experiencing the world and understanding the sacred. No matter who you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, and no matter whom you love, you are truly welcome here. Is anyone visiting for the first or second time? Welcome. We are glad that you are with us today. To learn more about All Faiths, please see our membership co-chairs, Carol Latino and Daddy Mayol, after our service at our Welcome Center, just behind the folding doors, or visit our website, allfaithuu.org. We have a few announcements. Please silence your cell phones. Okay. Alrighty. On Monday, we'll have the Care Circle at 2 p.m. Thursday, 5 p.m. choir rehearsal, and next Sunday, Child and Youth Program with Sharon Heinrich. Joyce, would you please come up to make a quick announcement?
Yes, starting next Sunday, we'll be starting our 9:15 workshops for a couple months on a book called Dignity, The Essential Role in Resolving Conflict. This book was read by John Conrad, and he said it's so wonderful. He thought everyone in our congregation should read it, and it builds on that UUA principle, the inherent worth and dignity of all persons, and how important that is as the core and the foundation for our compassionate and our respect for others and developing a sense of sacred in all people. So I encourage you to come next Sunday morning at 9:15 for our discussions. If you don't already have the book, I know he recommended it to the board, but if you don't have it, I do have a few copies you can get from me after the service today. Thank you.
Okay, Ken told me he has a 4-second announcement about life.
This is just a reminder that we have the Life meeting on October 28th at 6:30, and they now have a location. It'll be at the Lake United Methodist Church, located at 8570 Cypress Lake Drive. Did I make the 12 seconds?
You did. Thank you, Ken.
Good morning. Before beginning today's welcome song and to rejoice, the song. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. It is on? Okay. Here we have a shofar brought in by Ed. Ed will play a quick shofar and Le Shana Tov, which means Happy New Year to you all. Just a quick little blast and then we'll get right into Enter Rejoice. Please rise in body or spirit as we sing Enter Rejoice and Come In, number 361, or in the back of your teal hymnals.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
As our chalice lighter, Eileen and Jeff Moran, okay, from Pennsylvania, come up, okay. Let us recite the words in your order of service. We light our chalice in the spirit of transformation. Nothing stays the same. Everything moving, shifting, changing. Guide us all to the wild and holy spirit of our shared community. Okay. Sharon?
Good morning. My name is Sharon Heinrich, and I'm the director of the Children and Youth Program. This morning we have a tale. It's not a fanciful tale like I've been telling you. This is more of a historical tale, a wisdom tale. It's about how the water communion came into being. So this story starts back in the 1970s when I was a young woman. Things were changing a lot. Some of you probably remember it too. And at that time, there was a curious woman. Her name was Lucille Shuck Longview, and she was a member of the Unitarian Universalist Church in Lexington, Massachusetts. In 1975, she was selected by the church to represent, to be a representative and be part of the United Nations Women's Year Assembly. And this was a huge meeting where people from all over the world talked about women's rights and how to make the world more fair. If you remember, I remember it was a great time of transition about women at that time, what we were being allowed to do. So when she got back home after that, she was very inspired by this wonderful assembly that she had attended. When she got back, she looked at the churches, and even her church, the UU, she looked at it and she thought that the women's voices weren't always being heard. They weren't being listened, and she didn't think that was fair. So she spoke up, and she asked other UUs, what if we look closely at our faith? What if we look really closely and make sure that we respect the women too? So a lot of people agreed, and they worked together, and they came up with the resolution, Women and Religion Resolution. The UU passed it in 1977. And then for the next few years, and this resolution was basically just saying, we are going to pay attention to making sure that we are fair, that we are listening to everybody's voice. So it was passed, and it also, as part of it, was also to lift up and address the care that we need to give our mother, the Mother Earth. So at that time, also, the Mother Earth became more of a priority to the UU. Then in 1980, this is where the water communion came about. In 1980, Lucille, with one of her UU friends, Carolyn McDade, they planned a very special gathering for the women of the UU. And it was called Coming Home Like Rivers to the Sea. So they all gathered. They had a beautiful service together. Then it spoke of the connectedness to each other and the connectedness to all of life and to our place on this planet. They included a new inclusive symbol for the women's spirituality, and that symbol was water. And in doing so, they made the brand new ritual of the water communion. Each woman brought a little bit of water from somewhere special. Maybe it was near her river, Maybe it was a river near her or a place she had traveled or even her own kitchen sink. It didn't really matter. But one by one, the women poured their water into the big bowl, and as they poured, they shared the stories of where the water came from and why it was so special to them. The woman said that the water was a powerful symbol because it came from many different places and just like they did. But when they poured the water together, it was just like them. Many voices, but one strong community. So it was symbolic that we all come together and make it stronger and more whole. The first water communion inspired big changes in the UU faith, like updating the UU principles and using more welcoming language to remind us to care for the earth. And today, the UU congregations all over the world, like ours, celebrate the water communion as a way to feel connected to each other and our faith and to the earth in general. So now, as we're going to do this today, the water communion, let us remember that it helps us find belonging by pushing our UU faith to be more fair, more loving, and more welcoming for everyone.
Children? Children?
Ours is a spiritual community where we find and value our connections. You are invited to recall the names of persons or places you are holding in your hearts, either as a source of concern or cause for celebration. As you feel moved, please come forward. So today will be on the left, on my left. Thank you. To share briefly and kindle a flame.
Nancy Frasca Cavazares. Nancy was planning to sing for us today. She would plan to come down to Fort Myers again, but unfortunately, her brother Davon, who lives in San Francisco, was in a serious car accident, so she had to fly out to San Francisco. So please keep Nancy and her brother in your thoughts and prayers.
Hello, everyone. I do have one joy. I walked in here and, oh, this looks so good with the choir sitting like this over here. Thank you, Carlos, for thinking this. I think we should have it like every time that we sing. And, you know, we practice in the front, but this looks so great. I'm just so impressed. The other thing I want to mention, and I'm kind of afraid to do so, but I know that I'm in safe company and I know I'm in a safe atmosphere. Someone on September 25th passed away. And is the mic okay? Yeah. Okay. And passed away. Reverend Albie and Carol, you would probably know this, but I am going to say this in her birth name. Rest in peace, Joanne Deborah Byron. Everybody else have to look her up.
Anyone else? Joan. Okay. Come on, Joan.
Since we're honoring women in today's service, I wanted to remember and honor my mother, who died 60 years ago today. She was only 56 years old.
Oh,
I was pregnant with twins at the time, and so my memory of her the last thing that she said to me when I saw her before she died, I told her that the doctor said I might be carrying twins. And she said, her last words to me, too hard. However, my deepest memory of my mother is her piano playing. My mother taught herself the piano on a church piano where her father was the minister. And she played by ear beautifully. She could play anything. Eventually she learned to read music as well. But my musical abilities, I always have known and believe, come from my mother. And I want to remember her today. Thank you.
For Joan's mom, memories are sweet, and it was wonderful that you were carrying on with other babies to keep the generation going. Nicole?
You can light for me.
Okay.
I want to light a candle for Annalie. I simply say she needs. Lighting a candle for Annalie. I simply say that she needs our prayers.
For Annalie, that your eyes are open and all is clear. Sharon?
Sometimes it's hard to find some joy in some things for some of us. So I'm going to be, my joy is two of my cats recently have been ill. One has kidney disease, which is apparently fatal, but he's doing okay. The other one has some kind of fungus infection of the skin, and we're dealing with that. So that's a joy, but I have a concern. I have a neighbor right next to me who went to Czechoslovakia. They're originally from Czech Republic, so not Czechoslovakia, anyway. And they were going to be gone about 2 months. His parents still live there, and they're ill, and so they said they were going to go back for that. And they have cats. And I said, who's taking care of the cats? We have someone feeding them. About 3 weeks ago, they're still not home, and the cats are now at my door. So I've been feeding them for 3 weeks. I don't know what happened to the feeder. These people, who knows, with immigration the way it is, maybe there was an issue, maybe they're locked up somewhere. I have no idea. I think they both had green cards. I have no way of getting in touch with them. I've tried leaving messages on their phone, but that's my concern for my neighbor and their kitties. You got it?
I have it, yes. For our fur neighbors and our fur babies. And I see Wayne is making his way up. Here he comes. Because Chloe's not moving. Not moving. Oh, now she moves.
Hi, my name's Wayne Reese, and I want to give a special thank you and blessing to NCH Hospital. I fell last week, and they took me in. They did a MRI, CAT scan, everything, and found several things that the other hospitals said they never saw because they never did an MRI. So thank goodness for NCH for finding it. We're working together to get me better, and I'm going to get stronger,
Yes.
and I'm going to get ornery. Also, the second thing, I want to thank Albie because she does so much for me. When I was sick, she checked on me. I could call her when I was down. When I was up, I could call her and everything. And I think she needs to be honored. I think we all need to stand up and clap for her.
Oh, thank you, Wayne. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not doing greatly.
And I'm so glad you're doing better. I can hear it in your voice. You sound a little stronger. And I'm going to light this candle for good health, longevity, and many, many blessings. Thank you all so very much. I couldn't do what I do without you. Your prayers, your kind thoughts, and how you just pick up things. If you drop something, I know someone is always there. No judging, just there. And that's what beloved community is all about. So I appreciate it so much. I think Carlos.
Minister Albie, if you don't mind, when Joyce was talking, Nancy sent me
Nancy.
her brother's actual name, so it's David Frasca. So we remember his name, David Frasca.
Fosca. For David and everyone here. Nicole.
Let us quiet ourselves as we settle into a brief meditative moment, a time when we can each listen to that still, small voice within and prepare our hearts and minds for today's service.
Please rise in body or spirit as we sing Spirit of Life. The words are in your back of your teal hymnal, Spirit of Life. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Good morning, all faiths, friends, visitors, neighbors. I see we are filling it up in here pretty good. You know what that means? 2 services. That's what that means. If the parking lot is overflowing and we are starting to overflow in here, we may have to go to 2 services. And that's okay with me. I hope it's okay with you all too, especially the staff. Staff are going, no, no. Sound person, no, no. It's a good thing, and I'm so glad to see you all here. And let us continue to be fruitful and multiply. It's a good thing. I still deeply believe that Unitarian Universalists are at a poised. It's as if the world is waiting for us to stand up and say, come on in. It doesn't matter what you look like, where you come from, what your religion is, who you love or who you don't love. What's most important is that we have love and compassion for one another. That is beloved community. Amen. Exactly. And it's okay to say amen in this UU church. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of some change as we sing all the time. Okay, I'm excited a little today. I looked around and I see how beautiful everything is. For those of you who have no idea what's all this about, it is water communion. And as Sharon shared with us in her story, you all know the history and why we do it. And we've been practicing it as Unitarian Universalists since 1980. And that's a long time. It's a little new for this congregation, but we did it last year, and we're going to do it again today. So my opening words for you today are confluence, and this is amended. And these are the words by Kimmy Floyd Reich. I don't know if I'm saying it right, sorry. Okay. Water. Water is not just a symbol. It is life itself. It teaches us that what we pour out matters, and that what we return to the water must be cared for. Water is sacred, not a resource. We stand with the water protectors who resisted at Standing Rock. And we listen to the ancient wisdom of Turtle Island as Earth's cry for justice whispers through every drop. We honor those who come here today carrying hope by returning here to this space and by extending our promise to move together like a river toward the beloved community, resilient, connected, and alive. Rivers meet in confluences, spaces where different waters flow together. May this gathering today be a confluence of purpose, of communal healing, and of our commitment to continue the work of love and liberation. Amen and Ashe.
Choir. We're going to have a little fun singing and welcoming back all our snowbirds by singing Welcome Back from Welcome Back Cotter. Here's some lyrics. And welcome back, Wayne. Of course, you can have one. Welcome back. Welcome back to that same old place where the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they're turned around. Who'd have thought they'd need ya? Who'd have thought they'd need ya? Back here where we meet, back here where we tease them a lot, 'cause we got them on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile and I think how you must have been. And I know what a seed you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease them a lot, 'cause we got them on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And I know what a seed you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease them a lot, 'cause we got them on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease them a lot. Welcome back. 'Cause we got them on the spot. Yeah, we tease them a lot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Our responsive reading today, Belonging by Dr. David Brind. Belonging is the warmth of a hand held out, or the nod across the room that says, I see you. Belonging is not agreement, but the invitation to the table, the invitation to the whole, to be whole. Belonging is the story that changes because you arrived, the circle that widens because we are here. Belonging is the lilt in the song sung together, made more true because it holds your note. Belonging is a promise that not that you must become us, but that you already are. Amen.
Please rise in body or spirit as we sing Holy Waters. Holy Waters lyrics are on the back of your order of service. We'll sing Holy Waters repeatedly until the last part.
Before we start singing, we have to figure out how we're actually going to do water communion. The choir will be singing Holy Waters while we are participating. After we have all done, then the choir, Nicole and myself, and all of our guardians will then pour their water. Okay? And that would also include you as the choir. All right, so guardians, could you please come and take your spaces? I will help you if you don't know where you're supposed to be. Very good, very good. So what we are about to participate in is not just water communion, but water communion, as we do it, is also a ritual. And if you notice, in churches and congregation clubs and organizations love to do different rituals. They won't say that's what it is, but that's what it is. And that's what we're going to do. We could call it a ceremony if that makes you feel more comfortable. So that's what we're going to do. So how do we do this? First, we call in the directions. The directions will go east. What comes after east? South, west, north, and then the center. Center would be your God, your goddess, Great Spirit, Mother Earth, whatever center is for you, your spiritual well-being. It might just be joy and happiness. Whatever the center represents for you, hold that space in your heart. As we call the corners, you will face the directions that they're in. This is why it's important. Who could tell me where east is? Which direction faces? Exactly. So we got some going this way, and we got some going that way. And now figure it out. Which way is east? East. Which way is this? Perfect, perfect. And we all know the center. You make the whole circle. You come back to center. While that is happening, please make sure that you listen, because Ruth is going to sing these quarters. Now, I'm going to warn you now. This is a ritual ceremony. Get time out of your mind. If you have to go somewhere, it's okay. No one's going to get you. There's no time police in this sanctuary right now. That's what I want to let you know. I was going to say, we're not going to do joys and sorrows, but it was important to hear what's going on with our congregation, so I did not cut it. So we may take a little extra time, because everyone that has water, we would like you to participate. If you do not have water, we will have some for you. Ruth will sing it. We will echo. So you must listen to Ruth. After all of the quarters are called and all of our candles are lit, then the choir will begin with holy waters, and we will begin to come and pour our waters. We have two stations, one right up in the front, one in the back. I think that that's enough instructions. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ruthie.
Eastern morning.
Eastern morning.
First breath of the soul.
First breath of the soul.
World view forming.
World view forming.
Sacred and whole.
Sacred and whole.
Wind of knowledge.
Wind of knowledge.
Simple and wise.
Simple and wise.
Bringer of the lightning.
Bringer of the lightning.
That strikes in our minds.
That strikes in our
transformation,
Give of transformation,
childbirth and death,
childbirth and death,
suckler of the wild ones,
sucker of the wild one,
who curl upon your breast,
who curled upon your breast,
come to us.
be here now.
Now we're in the center. Center spirits,
Center spirit,
within and without,
within and without,
deepest secrets,
deepest secrets,
known with no doubt,
know with no doubt,
timeless balanced powers,
timeless balanced power,
peace and mirth,
peace and mirth,
wise one of the universe,
wise one of the
who
universe,
brings us to rebirth.
who brings us to rebirth. Come to us, be here now.
Now we have created our safe space to actually, we all can now participate in the ritual. Carlos will begin singing. We have our directions. You bring your water, pour it into the large vessel in the middle. If you do not have water, we have water for you. Then you can then add inside. Carlos is creeping up with water. Okay. And then he'll start singing. You can begin now. Remember, as you're pouring your water, think about those who you love. Think about peace and justice and liberty and wonderfulness for the world that we live in. Think about your relatives. Think about our children and the next generations behind us. And think about the love that we have for one another in this beloved community we call all faiths. Carlos. It's heavy. Come.
Holy waters,
Holy waters, holy waters, holy waters, holy waters, holy waters. Want to pour it in? It's the pretty cup. You get to do this one. No? Everyone.
holy waters,
Holy water. Holy water. Holy water. Holy water. been singing and making it very special while we moved about and took care of our parts. Choir, we now invite you callers if you want to pipe in something while you all are doing it. We have water for you. Take it easy. Well, okay, that's water. Step up here because they need to get out. You're finishing. Did you pour your water? I did mine. The water, holy waters, holy waters, holy waters, holy waters. Holy Now that we've all put our waters together, just as those women did so many years ago, where we've been, what we've brought with us is a piece of our individual selves. And when we mix it all together in these waters contain water from last year. I boil it, I save it, I put it in there. I put it in the things that we pour the water out of. So we have all of those who may have transitioned, they're with us. All of those who may have drifted off and found someplace else that they want to be, they're with us. And for all of the new ones who have come and joined with us in the last year or so, we are all now together. There is no beginning, there is no end. We are all one. And water is the sweet elixir of life. Without it, we would surely dry up. So, as we celebrate this unity and this beloved community during water communion, I am extremely satisfied. I do have just a few words, but I think we want to release the circle. So I know all of you feel like we just sat down. Think of it, you're back in the Catholic Church, up and down, up and down. Okay. Guardians, take your place. Come on back. And this is a part where we actually now, our ritual is done. We have completed it. We've said our prayers, made our wishes as we were pouring. If you forgot, you could do it now or when you get home. So this is how we take care of Lily is ready. This is how we take care of and let go of our candles. So we are going to now what is called opening the circle, because what we did was create a safe space. Now we're going to open that space. That basically means that the space is not broken. We are still a wonderful, beloved community, but we are now opening that space so this way we can move into other business. So that time that we just had is what we would consider sacred time of us creating that unity, that oneness, literally, and now we take that inside and experience it inside of you spiritually. I am because you are. You are because I am. We are because we are. That's it, just one. So this is how we release. We start with the center, and now this is what I'll say. I'm going to release first the center, and it's fairly center. It's fairly simple. Spirit of life and love. We're grateful for your presence and invite your blessings upon all the waters collected and those with us today online and in person. We also welcome and invite your presence to remain now and with us always. May it be so. That's right. You like that, right? Bop, bop, bop. Okay, and leave if you will, stay if you must. Leave if you must, stay if you will. Said that backwards. Okay, north. North, going the wrong way. Okay, north. The, thank you, Sharon. And you're going to extinguish us. To the north, spirits of the earth, we release you now. Stay if you will, leave if you must. Hail and farewell. West, spirits of the waters, west, we release you now. Stay if you will, leave as you must. Hail and farewell. South, spirit of fire, we release you now. Yes, stay if you will, leave if you must. Hail and farewell. East, spirits of air, we release you now. Stay if you will, leave if you must. Hail and farewell. It is done. We may be seated. Thank you. We had a lot of activity, and we still have 10 minutes to go. So, I know, it's a miracle. It is a miracle. I was supposed to say a whole bunch of stuff, but if I start saying it, we may take up too much time. So I'm just going to say a little bit of stuff. I think you'll be happy with it. I hope so. I think you'll be happy. So here we go. Well, let's just skip to some of the. All right. So the title of my message today is Back Together Again. And every time I think of that song, Back Together Again. And I know some of you may not remember, but I do. So, about 2 months ago, a few of us had a little meeting. I would say maybe not all of us, just some of us. Ooh, ooh. This means I should not talk. That's what that does. That means I should not talk because I turned to 2024 water communion. And this is 2025. And I started reading. I'm like, that's the wrong one. So I will talk from my heart. And basically what I want to say, I've already repeated it. September 1st, every year, is the beginning of the UUA liturgical calendar. It goes from September to the end of June. So earlier on, August, late July, I started thinking, what are we going to do? What does our liturgical calendar look like? Who's going to do what? When is it going to happen? And guess what was right there? September, water communion every year. So I pulled it together, looked back at last year, got it all mixed up just now as you noticed it. However, we successfully did our water communion. It may seem like a little something that doesn't mean that much, but let me tell you what else I do with the water. After we are done, I take the water and I go outside to our memorial garden. And I share some of our waters that I get so much. I share some of our waters with what I call the ones who are really the watchers of this place, this space. I poured earlier this week, I went out, I cheated. I had some of the water and I went over to Wayne and I talked to him. Wayne is our founding minister. And I said, Wayne, sometimes things are wonderful here. And then sometimes things are really hard. And I just wish you were here to tell me how you made it through. And then I just sat there and kind of sulked a little bit, wondering what to do. I don't know everything, but I try my best. I love you all like you probably have no idea how much I stay up, pray for you, read, try and figure out what I'm going to share in case there's a problem. Try to answer all of the numerous emails and phone calls and wonder if I missed anybody, if I didn't say good morning to someone the right way and someone's reporting it, or if I talked a little bit too long and it went over 2 minutes and somebody reports it. Yes, and because you got to think, if you reported it, what do you think happens? Ah, it gets to me anyway. So you probably would have done better if you just, hey, Albie, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So again, this is a beloved community. We've mixed our waters together. I don't see you with the big E on your forehead for enemy, and I hope you don't see me that way. We all are human, we make mistakes, and that's what's so absolutely wonderful. But the main thing about all of this is that we are a beloved community, and thus we should remain that way above all else, no matter what. Hold on, my brothers. Hold on, my sisters. Hold on, siblings. It may be difficult, but we've seen some of this stuff before, and we can get past it. So briefly, we can look at water communion and beloved community in a philosophical way. We can look at it in a religious way, or we can look at it in a non-religious way. But what's most important is that we look at it as an act of love. So when I think of any communion, particularly what we did today, I consider it an act of love. So what did Wayne reveal to me? Stay as far away as you can. Don't get involved in their personal stuff, not unless they bring it to you. And if they do, give them few words. And try your very hardest to be kind and nice at all times. Because those are the things that people do not remember. But if you keep doing it and doing it, maybe some of the things that they choose to remember won't weigh so heavy. And that's what we have to practice with ourselves. Sometimes we run into things, we're just going along and there's a hole. Sometimes we fall in, sometimes we don't. But what's most important is that we climb out. And if it's really hard, do I have a friend who may put their hand down there and help me out of the hole? And that is what we do for each other every week, every time we call, every time you send a card, every time you're on your knees, every time you're meditating, anytime you're sending kind and wonderful thoughts. We are helping another person to come out of the hole. So friends and family, don't forget. Pull each other out when we need pulling. Come to the rescue like underdog. I know. That's real old cartoon. Some people remember. Yeah, right. And what was his girlfriend's name? Sweet? Polly was a purebred, indeed. And we are all purebred Unitarians right here. So I'm backing off now. We have a whole 5 minutes. Carlos is in your hands. Peace and blessings. What a wonderful communion we had today. And I love you all. Done. You want to know where you are?
How do we make holy water? By boiling the hell out of it. We appreciate your generous donations, which support our dedicated staff, beautiful facilities, inspiring services, interesting activities, and social justice outreach at all faiths. We invite our visitors to place their completed visitors cards in the offertory baskets. Live streamers, Please mail checks or visit our website, allfaithsuu.org. Our offering will now be taken and gratefully received.
Our offertory song, Blue Boat Home, is number 1064 in your hymnals, 1064. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my God and heart can say, I've been sailing on my life now, never harbor port I have known, the wide river, the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred and pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, high the great winds urging me on. Greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailors long. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Oh, okay. That is such a beautiful song. Every time I hear it, I just think, I'm a wonderful singer, and I go for it. Fortunately, Regina turns off my mic. Well, we have come to the end, and I give some closing words. I think I'm on. Hello? Okay. Closing benediction, our closing words. It's called All Rivers Run to the Sea. And it starts with a drop, then a trinkle, a burble, a rush of water bubbling towards its destination, and finally, the wide, endless sea. All rivers run to the sea. Today you brought water, poured it into a common bowl. Though our experiences have differed, these waters mingle, signifying our common humanity. Today you came and shared in this sacred community. May you depart this sacred space, hearts filled with hope for new beginnings. A fresh start. So go forth, but return to this community, where rivers of tears may be shed, where dry souls are watered, where your joy bubbles over, where your life cup overflows, where deep in your spirit you have found in this place a home. All rivers run to the sea. Now go in peace, go in love, and go in compassion. Amen and Ashe.
So we found this wonderful water song called Overflow found a lovely song, water song called Overflow, which the choir is going to sing for you, written by Diane Bexton. Together we share seasons, you show the way. Steady as a rainfall, your loving drops distill. Knowledge, strength, and passion till we were filled. Open up the gates and let the waters flow. Rolling like a tide upon the farthest shore. Alive with we can change the world. Till now will overflow. Together we share this time. As months and years pass by, your words and lies have shaped us as water overflow. Now we are curious of our own. Open up the gates and to let the waters pour, rolling like the tide upon the farthest shore. Upon the farthest shore, we can change the world. Will overflow. Open up the gates and to let the waters flow, rolling like a tide upon the farthest shore. Upon the farthest shore, we can change the world. Till now we'll go. Till now we'll overflow.
Thank you, choir. That was beautiful. We thank our minister, Alberita Johnson, for her inspiring service. Our Children and Youth Program Director, Sharon Heinrich, and our Director of Music, Garcia, the All Voices Choir, and all those who contribute to our services. Have a nice week, everyone. Now I invite the Morans, okay, to please come forward and extinguish the chalice.
And I am going to ask Ed to blow the horn one last time until next year.
Okay. 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 We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of truth. the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. Have a nice week. Join us for ice cream, coffee, cookies, and conversation in the social hall.